All right. Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast, episode 26. That's crazy to say. Episode 26. Wow. We just keep getting up there and up there. We are your hosts. My name is Caleb Spainhour. Over there on the mic, as always, is the Connor Knox. Connor, how you doing today, dude?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm looking forward to episode 734 when we're just like, man, we've been doing this forever. And we say it every time.
We're like
Um,
in like we're like in having walking canes and
yeah,
adventures and
right.
stuff like that.
Episode 4236.
Can't believe we made it this far.
The Mars aliens going up against
The
the.
international game.
Yeah, right.
The
No,
Cardinals
but,
still haven't won a Super Bowl. Nah,
no.
nah.
No. They're hosting the Super Bowl on Saturn. They'll be in it.
They
Don't worry
love to
about it.
host Super Bowls, but damn, they can't make one.
Well,
You know, it's what it
what
is.
does
But
that
you know what
say?
that has to
What
do
what does
with?
that say?
You know what that has to do with?
What's that?
That has to do sometimes with strength of schedule, which is what
Oh
we are
man.
going to be getting into today on
Come on.
Thursday. The NFL had their schedule released for the 2026-2027 NFL season, and oh boy, is it interesting.
It's interesting for the off season. We're in the off season. We're the
Fast and
dead of the
scary.
off season now, and this is what we've got to get excited about. So we're going to because it's football. Come on, we have to.
Got it. We're like foaming at the mouth for like
Oh
training
man,
camp videos and like
dude. Oh yeah.
shorts and t-shirts.
I was just looking up the dates. I was like, when's the official training camp? Oh, not till July. Oh no. Oh man. It's not even
When do
close.
players report? Oh,
Yeah, I
oh.
know. Oh man. It's brutal this time of year, but hey,
That is.
this is what we have. And this
Right.
is important. Like you said, I mean, last year we just saw the
Very.
Patriots. They were being called the schedule because of their
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah.
And I mean they made it to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So it clearly has some value, and
Good.
uh
Yeah. I mean, it absolutely does.
it absolutely does. So this is an important thing to talk about. We're not just wasting our time here. This is important, I
Exactly.
promise. This
Yeah.
is important. But
Connor, why
listen,
don't
man,
you
we're just
tell the
gonna
people?
yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah.
talk about them all. We're just gonna go through. We have this wonderful website here. This is Sharp Football Analysis. Shout out to Warren Sharp on
Yeah.
Twitter. Follow him there or anywhere. Great stuff. Great content. And we're gonna use this tool here that he has. And we're just gonna go through all the teams and kind of look at whether they got kind of screwed this season, whether they might be the new schedule, or maybe somewhere in between, because that's probably how it's mostly going to be. But yeah, yeah, we're going in alphabetical order. So your boys are up first, man.
We
Um,
are. We
what do you
also
think
have
of
a
this?
well, Connor, we also have a page uh that we can flip to as well during this whole thing that
Oh,
shows
certainly. Let me show that right
shows
now.
like a little little chart of the
Here's the
toughest
strength.
schedules in the season. And if you notice at the very bottom, the bottom right corner, which is the harder schedule, the Arizona
Mm,
Cardinals
bang.
have the toughest schedule. And I believe, Connor, you said this is kind of based off of, yeah, total efficiency.
Yeah, this is total
Um,
efficiency here.
yeah.
There's a number of
Oh
different.
boy, it just jumped even farther when you said strength of schedule.
Yeah, there's a number of different parameters in here. I'm just going to leave it on total efficiency because I think that's probably the best way to measure the actual opponent difficulty, which is what we want to look at. And yeah, either way you
Yeah.
slice it, Cardinals are
The
last.
Cardinals
That's
got
tough.
they got the shit into the stick.
That's
And I
tough.
think it's hard now. Granted, we did talk about this off air, and yes, right, like you're gonna have a tough schedule when you're in a division. You're in the NFC West, and you
That's
got the
tough.
Seahawks, Rams, 49ers two times a year each,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
respectively. But other than that, you're supposed to have what we call a fourth place schedule
Mm-hmm.
if you come in fourth place, which means hey, you gotta play your divisional rivals. That happens, but maybe you end up with the 18th hardest schedule, right? Maybe you end up at number 18, number 19, because those guys are tough. But guess what? You were so bad, we're gonna try to give you some wins this year. NFL said, how about we don't give you any, maybe until week 15. um, which is really nice of Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really helping us out. So the Arizona Cardinals have the toughest strength of schedule this year, and they went 3-14 last year,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is rough. Which so they could very well do the same. Um, very well do the same. If you look at this, yeah, they don't have a bye week until week 14, which is also
Mm.
brutal.
Mm.
Um,
Really
considering if
is.
you look at the opponents here, Chargers, Seahawks, Niners, you have the Giants, who I believe it's at MetLife.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I believe
Nice.
that can be a win. Um, then you have the Lions, Rams, Broncos, Cowboys. We always beat the Cowboys.
Hey, that's a win.
Seahawks, Rams, Chiefs, Commanders, Eagles, and then a bye week.
And it
Um,
just is unfortunate that you mentioned that fourth place schedule. Like, that's why the Commanders, that's why the freaking, I mean, the Jets, that's helpful. You know what I mean? The Jets and the Giants to an extent. Um, but yeah, you also just see that, hey, this year, the NFC West has to play the AFC West. So tough luck. You get the Chargers and the Broncos and the Chiefs. And
yeah,
yeah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, listen, look at after that bye there. They're setting you up for some momentum going into the off
that's why I said it
season, I
very well could
guess.
be the same, 3-14.
It could. That's fair. It very well could.
Dude, when you look at, we'll get to this later, but a little spoiler here.
Mm.
The New Orleans Saints have the second easiest schedule
Yeah.
in the league.
That's what we're seeing here.
Second easiest. And they were what, third place last year in the NFC South?
Yeah, I think
And they
so.
have the second, and they're going to give the Cardinals.
No,
And
they
I
were
realize
last.
the
No,
NFC,
they were definitely last. And
they were
I
last.
think that's also why you're playing them.
Either way,
Yeah,
either way, you just look at the disparity, and I realize the NFC South isn't as hard as the NFC West. But if they have the
certainly not.
second easiest schedule, the NFC
Yeah,
South at some point, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like it truly, like at some point, you can still finish the 10th easiest, 12th easiest, and still play the NFC South divisional
right.
opponents twice a year. Um, so this is crazy. I don't want to spend too much more time on this because we do have 31 other
Yeah.
teams to cover.
No, it is
Uh,
tough because I mean it is the situation where these opponents have been decided for a little while. Like we've known the
yes,
opponents kind of heading into everything, but
right.
it is just interesting the way they've been laid out here because it is a situation where you could go into that bye like
One and
with one.
11.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super possible. So that would be something. Hey, do you see a world where you go in like with one win and you're just perfectly set up to win that March for Arch, and then you win these three right here, and all of a sudden you're picking third? Like, would that do you think that could
Well,
happen?
and here's the thing, right? I mean, I think the Cardinals are going to make a lot of Cardinals fans upset this year because they don't want to lose.
Well,
The
no, no, nobody
Jets, the
does.
Jets, the Jets want to lose. There are teams in this league who are they traded for Geno Smith, dog,
Well, that's
and
their
they
best
drafted.
quarterback option. That's better than
They did.
starting Justin Fields. That was their
Well, I
best.
mean,
That was
even
actually their best quarterback option.
well, it was after they let other people go, right? They chose not to go after other people. They chose not to go after Malik Willis, right?
Yeah,
Because here's the thing. I mean, like, truly, like, they could have traded for someone else. They could have signed Gardner Minshew. They could have traded for Jacoby
not
Brissett.
better. Not
They
better.
could have traded for Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, I guess.
But Geno Smith was absolute ass last year.
Yes,
And
he
I
was.
realized he didn't have an offensive line.
Horrible offensive line.
But the
Horrible
Jets are
system.
terrible.
Jets are terrible. Yeah.
Jets are terrible. They are purposefully trying to
Better
lose.
offensive line. Better offensive line than the Raiders.
Better offensive line.
Uh,
Sure. Better offensive line.
hold
But that
on.
Aaron Glenn offense. Uh,
Yeah.
what?
Well,
Like,
it's whose offense is it now? Is it Reich? Didn't they hire Reich? Isn't that who they hired? Who did they hire?
no,
Am
I
I
think
tripping?
didn't they hire
Who did the
yeah,
Giants?
Frank Reich.
No, it is Frank Reich. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jets. Yeah. That's
No.
bad. So whoever
It's
did it,
the
it's
Giants.
bad.
The Giants did hire. No, the
I'm
Jets did. Yeah, it was
I'm
the
I'm
Jets
do I'm doing the
because a lot of
search.
people are. It's the Jets because a lot of people think they hired him as the offensive coordinator for
It's the
when they
Jets.
fire Aaron Glenn
Exactly.
midseason,
That's it. I remember we
so he
talked
can
about
take
that.
over. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well, either way, that's bad. We don't want Frank Reich doing that. It's
No,
2026,
but
guys. It's
there are a
2026. We
lot of
can get past Frank Reich.
dude. There are a lot of teams in this league. Not a lot, but there are a couple teams in this league who you can say like, oh, they're trying to lose
Yeah.
to get a top pick. Jets mainly. The Cardinals aren't trying to lose. And like you can tell that because Monty Ossenfort, he's on his last straw. He can't lose. Like he literally or he's going to get fired. Trey, you try to pitch like
Could you not say the same
tank.
quarterbacks thing though about like Malik Willis and such that you just said about the Jets to the Cardinals? Like
Oh,
that they're
sure.
not trying really to win.
Sure, absolutely. But I think that they legitimately felt fine about Jacoby Brissett. And we're like, he did well enough. We're going to get
Yeah.
an offensive mind in here. We're going to get some good weapons, and the offensive line's going to be better, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do fine. Like I genuinely think that they were like, we can do it. But I also think that they are just cheap,
Yeah.
and they're trying to save up money for God knows what. They're going to have $180 million in cap space next year.
And
What do
listen,
they?
but exactly, and that's you know what else I think sort of signals that maybe they are not trying to win. They took Jeremiah Love at third overall, so like
Yeah,
I don't think they expect. In my mind, I see that, and I see the fact that they did not go after Malik Willis or somebody like that, and I see no, they are trying to march for Arch, and next season they're trying to have a solid setup with all that money you just talked about to put a good situation around their next quarterback that they draft next year because they're bad this season.
well, then that's Michael Bidwell and Mike LaFleur's plan because Monty
Yeah.
Ossenfort is not trying to set up someone else's job.
Well, that you
He's
know what
legit.
that's a great point. Is he
He's not trying to
definitely
set up.
is?
He's
Yeah,
like, man, the
that's
next guy who
fair.
comes in after me, he's gonna have it good.
I
No,
mean,
he
shit
wants
though. If he
he
didn't
wants
get
that
fired with
dependable.
Gannon, if he didn't get fired with Gannon, why would he get fired after this bad season?
Because if he loses this bad season, he is 16-35 as the Cardinals GM.
Yeah,
If
no,
he
that's
goes
not good.
3-14 again, he'll be
Yeah,
19-49.
I know, but then you should have just fired him last season.
Of course, but that's why I'm saying they aren't
I
trying to
know.
lose.
All right,
That's
yeah,
why
you're
I'm
right. At least
saying.
Monty isn't. You're right. Yeah, that's
Right,
fair.
Monty. I don't even think Bidwell is, or he would have fired Monty. Like I think that
Well, yeah.
well, and like because if you use Monty to be like, oh, another bad year, now we get to get a new GM and a new quarterback, you might as well just have fired him and started
That's what
clean.
I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely, you
Obviously,
should have.
there's something in the works there. I think that they legitimately drafted Jeremiah Love first of all to be a franchise running back, but
Absolutely.
secondly because they think he's going to come in and help them win games. I also think that truly,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was in their plans with how they're working it. I think it was in Mike LaFleur's plans to draft Carson Beck and to start him at some point this year.
I
I think that
and
they think I think they think he can help them win games this year.
I
That's
think
what I
that's
think
a.
it is.
I think that is. Hey, we got to make sure we get top three, baby. We got to make
There you
sure of it.
go.
Get in there,
There you
Carson.
go.
We'll waste the
I
third
mean,
round pick this year to ensure. Nah, listen. Obviously, they're not thinking like that, but that's how I'm thinking about it. Because Carson Beck's not an NFL quarterback at this point. So
no, but like he's he's a better NFL prospect than any other guy except for Mendoza this year. So I mean like
not
especially
with
when
his
you look
arm the
at
way it is, man. Not with his
but
arm the way it
supposedly his
is.
arm is healthy now. Supposedly his arm's healthy now. His footwork. Oh my God! Did you see Drew Adler's footwork
Well, no,
for
yes,
Pittsburgh?
yes, not good. That's not what he does. And he's the kind. Aller's the exact opposite. Aller's got the laser gun arm,
Yeah,
but can't do anything else. Carson Beck, you're
yeah,
right. He can at least like potentially have the cerebral aspect going on, but like, man, you got to be able to throw the ball a little.
yeah. And I
Um.
think that they're not going to start him week one. And I think that they
Okay.
believe
Right.
with a
Right.
full off season of rest, because he didn't get that going into Miami. He was rehabbing the entire year. Um, and he still led them to a championship, right? And so I think that
Yeah.
they're like, look, if he's a game manager with Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, Jeremiah Love, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and a decent offensive line, we can win. And Mike LaFleur at the helm, we can win a couple of games. I think that's what they genuinely thought.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And
And
hey,
I'm not saying that I
we'll
believe
see.
that's going to happen. I'm saying I believe that's what they were thinking.
You might be right, and it might end up turning out that if they're wrong, it's better for you as a franchise, you know.
Sure.
But
I think they're gonna piss a, and then I don't know, I've talked about this too long.
no, hey, listen,
Um
we'll blow
I
through most of them.
I think they're gonna piss a lot of Cardinals fans off
Mm-hmm.
who want to tank,
Right.
because I think that if you look at their roster, they legitimately have some damn good talent.
I agree with
The
that. I do
fact that
agree with that.
they are, by the way, they're not favored to win a single game this season. Um, you
Yeah.
look at the Jets, you look at the Giants roster, they have a more talented roster than both of those teams.
Hmm.
When everyone's healthy, they legitimately have a lot of talent. And you just hope that you brought in the guy to help utilize that and maximize that. Um, but I think they're going to piss some people off because I think a lot of people are going to be like, well, they aren't going to win but 2 games this year, and they'll find a way to win like six.
Man,
And they're going to
that would be
end up
crazy.
picking ninth or
That would be
10th.
crazy.
And
So
Cardinal fans are going
you
to
want to
be
bet their over
pissed.
under? You're gonna bet this win total over under?
As
You
of
should
right
do
now,
it.
their win total over under is 0.5.
Well,
Like
well, no, the actual betting one, I saw it just a second ago. It was like 4.5 because of course
four and a half. It'll
that's
be. I would slam the under, but they're gonna
okay.
find a
All right.
way.
Okay.
They're gonna find a way to go over.
All right.
Just with how the Cardinals franchise is,
Yeah.
because they are absolutely garbage disposal at the bottom of the barrel with the Jets, right? With
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
teams, with the Raiders, whoever terrible, like they are down there in that the Browns, all those teams, they're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm slamming the
there's gonna be
under,
a lot
but
of teams at the bottom.
there are gonna be a lot of teams at the bottom. But we'll
But
see.
hey,
Anyway, that's my tangent. Let's move
no,
on to the Atlanta
let's go
Falcons.
next here. Atlanta Falcons. This is our first NFC South team that we're really gonna look at here. Just looking at this is an interesting one. It seems like it's just a pretty even mix.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I'm only seeing a couple games on here that I would feel really confident in the Falcons winning.
Hmm.
They also have a questionable quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Don't know when Penix will be ready. Don't know if Tua is going to just like start until he's ready, start until he's ass, start until who knows. Could be any
They might
number
be
of
doing a
those.
march for Arch.
Would they? That is possible. That is possible.
They might be
Um,
doing it.
they might be doing it. Let's look at the rankings here and see. We've got Falcons third easiest on this. Third easiest. I think we are going to see a trend of NFC South, NFC South, NFC South, NFC South, pretty much all in the top 10 except the Panthers, who makes sense. They won the division, so they have the hardest schedule there. What division is it the NFC South lined up with in the AFC? It appears to be the AFC North, yes, which, I mean,
And the NFC North.
could go either way.
AFC North and NFC North. That kind of is the.
Yes, yep.
The NFC North is pretty rough.
That is rough. That's a
Flames are
tough
playing
one.
it.
I'm a little surprised that the NFC South teams are so high. But I mean, listen, that's a product of, according to this, getting to play the Panthers and Saints four
Just getting
times.
to play each other. Yeah.
It's just the exact opposite of that NFC West discussion we had. Just
Yeah.
hey, you get a couple softies a few times a year.
Yeah.
But man, the Falcons, I'm not super confident in this season. The schedule doesn't, even though it says it's the third easiest, I don't look at it and go, wow, this should help them out. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be A middling season.
It's gonna be tough. They got a new head coach.
They
Um,
do.
New head coach. I mean, they fired. Um, oh boy,
It was
they
Raheem.
fired
Raheem.
Raheem Morris. Yeah,
Yeah.
who is now the defensive coordinator for the 49ers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, so they fired him. Who'd they bring in again?
I believe
Kevin
they got
Stefanski.
Stefanski.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kevin
Yes.
Stefanski. That'll be interesting. Um, I don't know, man. They might be marching for Arch and just trying to set up Kevin Stefanski with his own quarterback that he wants. Tua, I mean, I don't know. Like, what does Tua have left? His arm doesn't look good. He's had so many concussions. You can't trust that. You can't trust Penix either. With his, he's so
Yeah.
injury prone.
Yeah, and we just don't. Yeah, we haven't even
I
seen
mean,
him enough for me to say whether or not. Like I think he's really good. Like obviously I liked him as a prospect, but
and Kirk
he just
Cousins is
needs
now
more
in Las
time.
Vegas.
Right, yeah, no, these are their options. It's
So
Tua, and then whenever Tua's out, it's Penix, and
I think the I think the Cardinals are literally trying to do what the Falcons are doing, which is like, hey, the Falcons got Bijan and won 8 games.
right, yeah. Honestly, that's fair.
So
Um,
like that's the only thing. Like Bijan is, I don't know, unless Tua can do something. You know what I mean? Like, but
right. And I mean, listen, at least we look at this here and we see like this Steelers. They have the Steelers at 12th according to this efficiency metric, but like that's one where I think the Falcons can pick that up. I think the Falcons could pick up a game against the Steelers depending on how
you
they,
think so?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I guess I just am also not super confident in the Steelers, just like
I don't
overall.
know.
Um,
I guess I just don't know. I can't see them going into Pittsburgh and
yeah,
steel curtain,
yeah.
stealing one with Aaron Rodgers and Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf and Mike
It is week
Mike.
one. If they were playing them week like 6, I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty confident the Steelers can pick that up. But week one,
Sure.
I guess it depends on the Tua contingency. But either way, you could see them being 2-2 if they win the 2 divisional games, which would be tough. But
Sure.
they
For
could
sure.
start 2-2,
Absolutely.
or potentially 3-1 if they do pick
I
that up
could see
against the
them
Steelers.
crazy enough.
Hmm.
Crazy enough. I could see them starting 2-2, but not the games you think.
Hmm.
I think they could finish. I think they could go 2-2, losing their first 2 games and beating the Packers and Saints.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
Packers lose a lot of games they shouldn't.
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
so I think they could do that. Um, so there's
I
a. I
agree.
mean, we'll have to see something we're gonna do here. We didn't discuss this beforehand, but you did it with the Cardinals, and I think it would be cool to kind of do for all the teams. Let's look at their over under for wins projected this year and project whether or not we think
They'll go
it'll.
over or under. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw it. I'll have to find it. Um, no, this is their 2025.
Here, why don't I look it up? And while we're doing that, Connor, while I'm doing that, let's
Yeah.
see. Hmm. I don't know. Like this is they got a bye week in week 11, right?
Right. Yeah, that's not too late, I'd say. It's late, but it's not too late. And
Yeah,
I
I mean,
do
I don't.
think the end of this schedule, I mean, you can see all the green on the graph here. It isn't
Yeah,
it isn't exactly a gauntlet. They at least get the Browns in there. With the 2 divisional games, and the divisional games those are always crazy, even if one team is
yeah. I mean,
terrible, the other is,
right.
yeah, that can always
Yeah,
go either way. But yeah, I feel like after that Lions game, there's room there that they could make a push, especially in that division. If nobody's ran away with the division, could you imagine if they just make a
yeah.
push at the end? Like, I could see it.
I could see it. I could see it happen. I could see the Saints. I don't know. Like I could see all of them doing it. Truly,
Yeah, you're not
I
kidding.
could see all of them doing it. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
No, you're kind of not kidding. Um,
okay. Here we go. Here we go. NFC South. Okay, so the Atlanta Falcons is 6.5 wins.
Okay. And where are you getting that from? Where are you
This is
looking
all
at that?
according to DraftKings.
Okay, cool. So you have everybody there? You got everybody?
Everybody, I got everybody here.
All right, perfect. 6.5. I would probably take the over. I'd probably take the
Yeah.
over. Even if I think they could get to 7 or 8, I think.
I'll take the over as well. Why not?
I like it. I mean, yeah, like we said, we think they could start 2-2, potentially even 3-1. There's some tough stuff in the middle, but then the end is pretty soft. I think they get to 7. That's my prediction.
I agree. I think to be honest, I think it is 7. Like, I think they just make it.
Yeah, honestly, but hey, that's over. That's over. You know,
It
the
is
other
over.
thing that I am noticing though is well, when I switch to defensive efficiency, this gets a little different, but I was just looking at the end of the season here with fantasy football, because the fantasy football playoffs are usually 14 to 17.
Right.
So it's like, hey, when you're thinking about drafting players. Now, like I said, when I switched to defensive efficiency, they do have the Browns in here, and you were a big proponent of that Saints defense as well. So those won't be super easy, but not a terrible playoff matchup. No, it could be worse. Could be
And
worse.
I like the Panthers defense, what they did on their defense too.
Yeah,
The Panthers
definitely.
gonna be
They made a lot of changes. They made a lot of good changes. But yeah, we'll take over on the Falcons, and let's move it on. Let's look at the Ravens here.
good.
We look at the rankings. We find the Ravens. They're in that top 10. They are 6th,
6 seasons.
easiest.
Wow.
That's a benefit of them, struggling last season. Unexpected struggle. They had some injuries, but still a struggle. There's a lot of green on this chart, man. There's a lot of green here.
There it is.
They get the AFC South as their other division, it looks like, and then the NFC South. Super helpful to a team's strength of schedule there. Yeah, this looks a lot different than last year to me. Now, I immediately noticed 4 division games to end the season. That is tough.
And Steelers and
Steelers
playing the
twice.
Steelers twice in 4
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
That is tough. There's probably going to be a lot riding on those games. Not the Browns one, but probably the other.
Maybe. Well, not like no.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Come on, you know what I mean. Yeah.
I know what you
But no, yeah, I mean, that is tough. That is going to be a really exciting stretch to watch. But man, interesting how high the Colts are ranked here by efficiency.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about that.
Super interesting. That's neither here nor there. I think they probably can beat the Colts. If their defense tightens up, because their defense was so bad towards the end of last season, but it's a completely different coaching staff now. So hopefully a tightened up defense for the Ravens. But then, man, they could definitely beat the Saints, definitely beat the Cowboys, could definitely beat the Titans, definitely beat the Falcons, Browns, Bengals. Bengals could be tough, but that defense is also probably going to be still not very good.
I think the Chargers will be tough. I think that they're going pretty. They're lowballing the Panthers quite a bit in this. I think.
You think so? You think they're a little better than 25th?
I do, because I think the Panthers only got better this offseason.
Yeah, I do agree with that, certainly.
I think that the Falcons being higher than the Panthers by 6 spots is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
to me.
I'll say
They're higher
that
than the
that's
Buccaneers.
Which is, I mean, that's fine to me, I think. Like, it's close at least, 20 versus 25, like,
No,
at least they have them.
I'm saying, like, the Falcons are ranked higher than the Buccaneers in terms of their.
The Falcons. Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, maybe that's a little weird. Weird. You're right. That's a little odd.
But anywho, I won't spend time on that because.
No, it's 19 to 20. They're like, man, mix it up. Could go either way. But no, I will say that 7 to 12 here for the Ravens is a tough stretch.
Very
Um,
tough, especially that week 12 itself.
oh, definitely. Yeah, the Texans are going to be scary this season, I
Yeah.
think, especially on the defensive side. But listen, man, this is the Ravens. This is Lamar Jackson. Like, they should be winning a lot of these games. Super, like, I will be absolutely tuned in to that Texans Ravens game, that offense versus that
Oh,
defense.
for sure.
I will be tuned in, most definitely.
Yeah. Well, and
Um,
I mean, speaking of wins, their
yeah, what's the total?
projected win total is 11 and a half.
Ooh, that's high. Wow.
11 and a half.
Wow, that's high.
New
I
head
mean, it
coach
makes
Jesse
sense.
Minter.
I think they could realistically start 6-0, and then let's say they take 3 out of this 7 to 12. Let's say they go 3-3. We'll be conservative. That puts them at 9-3, and then they would need 3 more over the last 5 games of the season against the Bucks, the Steelers twice. I'd say they definitely get 1 against the Steelers, definitely get the Browns. And then do they beat the Bucks or Bengals? I could say yeah, probably. Um
Well, here's a question for you.
mhm.
What's your over under on Lamar Jackson games played this year?
I mean, I just don't even want to think about that. You know, I don't want to think about it. I'm going to I
It's
just
been, dude.
I
It's been the past
it has
three
been
seasons.
tough. It's been tough, but I mean, listen, if they're going to get even close to that number that you said, then he has
Gotta
to
be.
stay healthy, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am gonna say over, and I'm just gonna say yeah, he does it this season and he stays healthy. Cause I just listen, that's why I'll say it.
Well,
Say
it's a
over.
good reason. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna go under, but
Okay.
I think I'm just doing that because I think they're gonna be like at 11.
That's fair. And that would be totally respectable and totally fine. I guess I'm just kind of saying, hey, they're gonna get back to it. They're gonna win the division. They'll win like 12. Well,
Sure, fair, very fair.
which yeah, I think they can do that. Um, I think they can do that. Let's keep it pushing. Get to the Buffalo Bills here.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're starting them difficult here. They are starting them tough in
They
that
are.
first 5 weeks for the Bills. Wow. Let's look at the
What's their
ranking.
strength of schedule? Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look. They are 20th most difficult.
Mm.
Um, that is, I mean, that makes sense based on what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing quite a bit of red, but they do get the, I would say, softballs of playing the Jets and Dolphins twice. Patriots will be tough, of course. Those will always be battles. But earlier by week 7, after that, hey, you know what? I do like this setup they've got here because it's tough first 5 weeks, softball, and then bye. So like if they're like struggling after those first 5 weeks, they at least get to have some momentum going into that bye week,
True. That's
and
true.
then medium difficult game against the Rams, medium difficult. Well, the Vikings. We'll see how they end up looking. I think they could be. The defense will probably be good. So medium difficult game there. Couple
Yeah.
softballs. They get to end the season with 2 softballs. That's
That's true.
probably going to help them going into the presumed playoffs that they'd be going into.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Josh Allen, let's make it happen this year, man. What's their total?
Their total is 10 and a half. Total is 10 and a half.
Well, if they're gonna win this division, they got to be over that.
Yeah.
They got to be over
I'm gonna
that.
go over on it. I mean, they do have, they do have their new coach, Joe. Was it Joe Brady?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe
Wait.
Brady, former.
Yeah. They promoted that. Who did they?
Yeah,
It was
offensive
somebody. Yeah.
coordinator. They went
Right.
internal.
Yep.
Because
That's right.
I remember whenever they fired Sean McDermott, I had a meltdown on here, being like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna fire Sean McDermott, why the
Yeah.
fuck would you
Just doesn't
promote
make sense.
internally?
Doesn't
You know
make
what
sense.
I mean? Like, it doesn't make
So,
sense.
well, and we'll see how that bodes for their season. But
Sure, yeah.
I think they can pick up at least a couple in that
I
first
think they'll
part of the
go over.
season, and then it's soft the end of the season. So yeah, I agree. They'll probably go over.
Yeah,
Um,
I think they'll go over. And because they added DJ Moore, they drafted
should help.
Bell out of
Yes,
out of
really like
Connecticut,
him.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
UConn. Yep, yep.
UConn. So I mean, they still have James Cook.
Yeah,
Um,
they've got the solid weapons. Their offensive line towards the end of the season was pretty good. They tightened up.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, I think the defense will probably be the concern. They'll have to tighten that up because, like, man, I mean, Josh Allen. They got Josh Allen. Like this team should
Yeah.
be really good. It's just, you know,
They typically find ways to win, or at least
they
keep it
do.
close. So I think 11 wins is. I mean, they won 12 games this year, and they were projected to win less. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So like,
yeah.
so I think they go over.
Okay, I agree. I agree. I think they go over. And to our next NFC South team, the Carolina Panthers. As we mentioned, they are 11th,
Mm-hmm.
according to this metric. And it's an interesting layout they've got. An interesting layout here. Not a ton of softballs. They are in the NFC South. Not a ton of super crazy hard. There's a couple.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm interested to see what is their line. What is their line? I'm
Their
interested.
line, Connor, is 7.5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna go over on that.
Hmm. I am thinking about that. They have very early bye week. Very early bye week. Week 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a notification on my phone. Aaron Rodgers agrees to 1-year deal to return to the Steelers. So lock that in.
Oh, look at
Lock that
that.
in. Um. So now we know week 16 they will be playing against Aaron Rodgers. We can know that for sure
Absolutely.
to make that relevant to this conversation. That is interesting. I mean, I think they're going to win some games that just by me looking at this, I don't think they're going to win. That's how they kind of always are. That's how they were last season.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I'll go over too. I'll go over too. I could see this being super similar to last season, where the top of the NFC South is just like three nine
Yeah.
win teams, and it's just who has the tiebreaker over who. Because last
Yeah.
season that was super weird.
Because I mean, like I said, I think the Panthers only got better this year. Their
Right.
defense got better. Their offense got better. Their offensive line got better. I mean, you got
Absolutely.
Jonathan Brooks hopefully coming back.
That'd be
Chuba
great.
Hubbard. You added a deep threat with
Yup.
Brazel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, like I said, you bulked up that defense with linebackers and defensive, defensive, edges.
Yeah, that's the biggest
So
thing for sure.
so I don't know, man. I think they go over.
I
Um,
agree.
but it's going to be because of those games that we don't think they should win and they do.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think there's a couple of them here. Like last season they beat the Packers. Like, imagine they do that again.
Green Bay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Green Bay.
so that'll be something. I'm definitely gonna try and make my way to this week 17 game. I'll make my way.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope they don't win that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Let's hope. All right, we're going to the Chicago Bears.
Oh yeah, baby.
This is an interesting one. Let's take a look at their ranking. They are second hardest. Wow.
Nice.
Um,
Right there with the Cardinals.
that is what you get for winning this division, which they did, right? They won this division
They did win the
last
division. They
season.
took it from the Packers.
They did. And this is what they are rewarded with. Um listen, they get to play the Jets, they get to play the Dolphins, they get to play the Saints.
NFC South.
Yes, the NFC South. That's big. But there's a lot of tough teams in here. Patriots, Seahawks, Lions, Jaguars, Bills,
Yeah.
Lions again, obviously. Um
I
Ooh,
mean,
what's their line, man? What's their line?
their line is 9.5.
Mmm.
Their line is nine and a
Mm.
half.
Well, if we let's just say not this is obviously not guaranteed, but if they win all the green games that we're seeing here, that's 4.
That's four. Yeah.
They need 6 more out of the. I think they could get the Vikings at least once. They could, potentially both times. I think they could get the other NFC South teams that are not green. That
Yeah.
is 4 right there.
I think they could get the Packers once.
That's true. I think they'll split with the Packers. That
I think
seems to
they
be
could.
how it goes.
I
They
think
could
they
probably
could
split
get
with the
the.
Lions.
Yeah. I think they could get the Eagles too. Truly. They went to the Philadelphia last year when Philadelphia had a better roster and
Yeah.
took it.
Yes, they did. I would go over. I think I'd go over. And I mean, I
I
think
might
this is going
go.
to be an improved team from last year. This should be
I
improved, and
do
they
as
were good.
well.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson is still there in
Another
his
year
second
of Ben
year.
Johnson. Exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah. They improved the
Yeah.
defense. I think drafting
Yeah.
the safety and signing Kobe Bryant and yeah, yeah. I think they go over. That's an interesting line to me. Actually, that might be low to me.
Yeah.
But this layout here, it doesn't look like they've overloaded. I mean, I guess it does get pretty difficult towards the end.
Yes, I agree.
Which, but hey,
Which I mean, that's just your division. I
that's
mean, but
just
you
yeah,
also have to
right.
play the Bills in Week 15, which is a tough draw.
Super tough. Also, the Jaguars 13. Um, but yeah, that hey, leading up to the playoffs, I guess you want to be battle tested.
The
Um,
Lions, the Lions ranked third in the toughest opponent rankings is
yeah,
pretty
that's aggressive.
interesting to me,
That is aggressive for sure.
considering they finished last in the division last year. Or no, the Vikings didn't they?
Yeah,
No, the
yeah, the
Lions
Vikings.
did.
Really? The Vikings
Yeah,
were
because
butt.
I think the Vikings took the Lions to fourth place by beating them.
Interesting. That might be possible. That might be possible. I just with the JJ McCarthy experience, I don't even want to think that's true. You're right. They were both 9-8.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, that is very interesting.
So the Lions finished last, considering that they're third.
Yeah,
It's
I really
pretty interesting
wonder.
to me.
Yeah, I wonder where that's coming from. But no, I think yeah, especially considering that, I would take the over on that Bears line.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I'll take
let's
it.
do it.
Let's move it on to the Cincinnati Bengals. Look at all
Look at
that
all that
green.
green.
Let's take a look here. They are 5th easiest.
There you go.
Man, they are getting a boost. Tough start. Got the Texans immediately. Got the Jaguars immediately. But that end of the season is looking good, and if it's going to come down to health for this team as it tends to do. But man, that end of the season, if they get hot, they could end up going into the playoffs. I'm worried about their defense still. Super worried about their defense, to be totally honest. So I think some of these games could just be straight up shootouts that do they end up winning? Do they end up not winning? Who knows?
Yeah.
Could definitely go either way. I'm interested to hear their line.
And I mean, they added some defensive guys, right?
They
Like
did.
added Leonard Williams.
No, they
No,
added Boye
Dexter
Mafe.
Lawrence.
Yes, Dexter Lawrence. They did take Boye Mafe off the Seahawks.
I mean, so they added some deep. They lost Trey Hendrickson,
They did.
but
They did. No, the Dexter Lawrence addition definitely helps, but I mean, I'm still worried, I guess, about their linebacker situation.
that's fair.
But
And I mean, you also got to hope that Joe Burrow stays healthy as well.
that, of
It's
course,
very
that's the
similar
biggest
to
thing.
Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Their line this year is the same as the Bears at 9.5.
Wow.
9.5.
Wow. The easy schedule will definitely be boosting that.
Yeah.
If they start 2-2 with
Yeah.
beating the Bucks and Steelers and losing to the Texans and Jaguars.
Sure.
Yeah, I say they. I mean, it depends on health, but I say they go over. I gotta hate eventually. I think I've said over for all of them. I gotta hate eventually.
Well, okay, yeah, I think you have. No, we did. We both went under for Arizona.
Oh, oh, that's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah. Okay, right.
I guess it's tough. It's true.
Right, right. Well, what are you gonna do there? Um, Nah, screw it. I'll go over again. I believe in the Joe
Yeah.
Burrow experience, but again, I am worried about the defense. We'll see how much of an impact Dexter Lawrence can basically make on his own.
Yeah. I mean,
Which it
I
will
don't
be
know.
some because he's a great player.
That's true. Um, you know what? I'll go over with you. They're due. Um,
Yeah, because I
they
think this
are.
is 3 years in a row now they've missed the playoffs. I think, right?
Yeah, they're due. And if they don't make it, Zach Taylor's out. Uh,
Certainly. Yeah.
I mean, so he's fighting for his job as well this year. So I mean, I'll go over with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to hear it. Now to a team that I'm sure their total will be low, but they are fourth easiest. What's that total?
Same as the Atlanta Falcons, 6.5, brother.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, they do have that good defense. They got that great defense.
crazy good D, and it only
It's a
got
great
better.
D. Yes, it did.
And it only got better. Say it again.
That crazy D. All right, hold on. Hold on now. Whoa. Okay, let me control myself.
They got crazy D, and then they got Deshaun Watson starting at quarterback. How about that?
Dude, it's bleak on the offensive side of the ball. I do love the wide receivers they drafted. I hope Quinshawn Judkins comes back healthy.
JC, and then they also took Denzel, right?
Denzel Boston. Yep, Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston. Their offensive line is pretty good.
Sure. I mean, Quinshawn Judkins completely tore his leg in half.
Right. Yeah. So he needs to come back strong. It's looking
Still
like
got
he
Dylan
could come
Sampson.
back. Yes, they do. They do. They got some good backups there. But it is looking like he could come back early. Man, I of course want to say under. Of course I do. It's the Browns.
Right. That defense will win them games, though. Won them games last year.
That defense could absolutely win them games against teams like obviously the Jets, the Titans, the Raiders potentially, the Giants potentially. Obviously, those are the green ones on this screen here. Saints.
I think it can do it against the Falcons. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yup.
I think they could even do it against the Colts.
Yeah,
On where
I agree.
The Colts are health-wise.
That's going to be what it comes down to for them, I think.
Because
that's
say over?
No, I'm going to say under. You can go over if you want. I'm going to go under. I just think they have to find their quarterback of the future. They have so many quarterbacks on the team. If they end up winning, if they end up going over that line, they're not going to be in position to draft a quarterback. They're just not. And I mean, listen, that would be so Browns to do. But listen.
Exactly.
Nah, I'm going to go under.
I think they're trying to keep Myles Garrett in purgatory. I think they win. I think they win 7 games.
Do you think at that point he just goes, fuck the $40 million, get me out of here,
he just
get
retires,
me out?
He pulls a Gronk, and then
but that's right, that's what he'd do. He'd retire and then say, wait a second, who's calling?
Yeah,
the Texans. All right, no, yeah.
Oh my god. Get out of here, dude. Get out
all right,
of
I
here.
will. I won't say that. I'm not gonna say that. That'd be terrible.
But he'd be a Bengal for sure.
They wouldn't spend the money. No, they wouldn't spend. They're cheap.
You're right.
They're cheap.
They'd be like, why do we need Myles Garrett whenever we got?
Yeah, we just got Boye Mafe. No, all right.
I'm gonna go under.
Okay.
just
Yeah.
because like I think it'd be fun, and I do love their defense, but
Love it.
I don't
Love the
know, man.
defense.
Like you still maybe if they had Joe Flacco, I'd go over, right?
Honestly, right? Yeah, one
If
of
they
those
had Joe
older
Flacco, I'd
guys.
go over, but yeah, we got to go under.
No, yeah,
Given that,
yeah.
I mean,
Quarterback is
given that
still the most important position. It's still the
it's the
most
most
important.
important position in
In,
sports.
exactly right. So,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
All right, we'll go. We'll both go under. Sorry, Cleveland. Hey, what are you gonna do?
eh,
Dallas
that'd be fun.
Cowboys. This is an enigma here. Sort of similar to the Bengals to me. They're very similar teams. Good offense, bad defense. At least it was bad last season. Um,
Yeah,
we check the league ranking, and they are in
yeah,
the
tough.
harder schedule section. Yes,
Which is gonna make
29th.
this number jump out to you even more.
Ah, and what is it?
9.5.
Okay. Well, they're obviously, focused on that offense, which again is good.
Yeah,
Defense does have to stop some people though.
yeah. Which their defense got better, right? Their defense. I mean, you
Yeah.
added Caleb Downs.
That
Um,
absolutely will help. They
yeah,
they did a lot to that secondary, which they had to do. I am concerned about their linebackers, very similarly to the Bengals.
yes.
Um, well, I think that might be another under for me. I might just have to hate. I might just have to hate.
Yeah. You
Um,
gonna hate Connor?
I mean, I see. Listen, you said they're not even gonna beat the Cardinals. That's what you said.
It
You
won't.
said the
They won't.
Cardinals always beat them.
They do. It doesn't matter. Dude, the Cardinals won 3 games last year, and the last one they won was in Dallas against the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
listen, man. If that happens again this season, I don't think they go over that.
Jacoby Brissett went 1-11 as a starter last year. Guess who that one win was against? And guess where it happened?
Dallas, well, Arlington, actually.
Yeah.
So I'll go under, man. I'll go under. I mean, I don't hate the layout here. It does get
Right.
harder towards the end, except for those last 2 weeks. But they are divisional games, so could go either way. But 13 by 14, late by 2, but then 15 and 16, that is tough. 12 as well. The Eagles are going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to start hot. That is interesting. Giants Commanders to start the season, then Giants Commanders to end the season. Script writers got a little lazy on that one. I don't know. I feel like they got to drop at least one in there, don't you think? Like, do they go
If the
4-0?
Commanders stay healthy, they probably drop it to the Commanders.
I
But
think you're
knowing the
probably right.
Cowboys, they'd probably drop one to Jackson Dart.
I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they split that. So with that said, under for me.
Under for you?
What do you think?
I'll join along because
All right.
they do have a tough schedule this year, other than some I don't know, man.
I mean, it's they have to play against the NFC West. That is tough. You know what I mean? For the most part. And then yeah, so
I'll go.
that's the
under with you.
Cowboys. Let's do it. Team with some probably high expectations this season, the Denver Broncos. Let's take a look at the rankings here. They are 13. Not too bad. Not too terrible. I'm seeing a lot of green in the middle of the schedule here. I'll tell you what, I haven't noticed, maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I haven't noticed really any team with a especially good fantasy football playoff schedule, like I mentioned. Like here, they got 14 and 15. It'll be pretty good. I said that Bills defense might be.
I mean, the Cowboys have a pretty good fantasy football. If you look at the efficiency.
Sure.
Rating, they have a pretty good weight in the year. At least for the
that's
last
fair.
2 weeks. But
Well, listen, I'm not really counting Week 18 because you can't play fantasy football in Week 18 these days.
sure you can if you believe hard enough.
Nah, you can't do it. Nah, you can't do
If
it.
you want it hard enough, you can.
I don't want it hard enough. I don't. I'm not playing backups on all my teams. I'm not doing it. Second week of the
Aw, come on. Where's
championship,
your-
I'm
where's
not
your
doing
fantasy
it.
football spirit,
No,
Connor?
that's that. Listen, Even week 17 is getting dicey these days. But no, we got to stick in week 17.
You're right.
Listen, this is
You're
a
right.
tough beginning of the season here for the Broncos. This is tough. I think that's really going to tell us the quality of this team because that's a gauntlet, if I'm seeing that correctly. They do have the Chiefs week 1. Mahomes may or may not be back. That might be
Yeah.
a little easier than
Yeah.
projected. But, man, Jaguars, Rams, Niners, Chargers, Seahawks, that is tough.
It's pretty tough.
What's their line?
Bro, their line is 9.5.
A lot of 9.5s.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they can take. Their defense should be good enough that they should be able to take the games that they're supposed to take. Should be able to get the Cardinals, probably the Panthers, definitely the both Raiders, Dolphins, Jets.
I think they'll go over. I think they'll win like 10. We didn't expect them to win 13 last year and be first place in the AFC.
We certainly didn't. You know, I'm going to click on this tab here that says 2025 comparison and see what it shows me. So, yeah, look at that. Interesting. With this schedule, they won that many games.
Projected was, that's this year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's the projected number. Interesting. I have it as well. Man, I want to say under. I kind of do. I kind of want to be a Bo Nix hater.
Under. You can go under.
I mean, I think that first Chiefs game could be a gift. Like I said, I think they're going to win the ones they're supposed to win. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll give them 8. They only need 2 more if they win all those. I'll give them 10 wins.
Yeah.
I'll give them 10 wins. I'll go over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give them 10. I'll give them 10.
Let's do it. I'm going the same number, by the way, but it does take them over.
That does take them over. Yeah, I want to be a little bit of a Bo Nix hater, but I think their defense is going to be really good, and I think they can get to 10. Detroit. This is an interesting one.
It's the easiest, I believe.
That is correct. That is, according to this metric, correct. They are number 1. I am seeing a lot of green. I am seeing from 11 to 18. I'm seeing, I mean, the Bears should be pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, it's NFC South and teams that we are not confident in. Yeah. And they start this season with a couple NFC South and some Jets. Yeah. They finished last in the division. You weren't kidding. They really did. There's the Cardinals. You can see them right there.
Man, see, this is what the Cardinal schedule should look like.
Yeah, that's a tough draw this season, man. That's a tough draw. Is it 10.5 for you as well?
It is 10.5.
That's a high number. That's a high number, man. But because, I mean, the Lions were not encouraging last season. On either side of the ball, really. But this is such an easy schedule that it might not matter. Pretty early bye. They've got time to get, something I did see was that, interesting. The way they're lined up against the Packers means they'll probably have to play Micah Parsons both times. Because the report is he's going to start on the PUP, but he'd be able to come back after week 4. Okay. But again, listen, that's assuming he does come back after week 4. But looks like they'd probably have to play Parsons both times, so that's unfortunate. Give me The under. I'm gonna hate. Give me the under. Even though the
That's fair.
schedule is so easy, it was not encouraging last season. Well, hold on. Let me do a little action. Hold on. That's home.
What are we
That's
looking at last
away.
year?
No, what I'm looking at here is when they're going to be playing outside. Um,
Oh
because we
yeah,
know they hate
Cardinals.
that. We know they hate that. And I'm honestly not seeing a lot of outside. They do end the
Although
season. They end the season with Bears Packers both away. That's a tough ending. If they're trying to fight for a playoff seeding, that is tough.
they don't play a lot of games outside.
No, I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, I'm seeing Panthers, but that's kind of earlier in the season, so it shouldn't be that bad of weather.
That stretch from week 8 to week 12.
Yeah.
I mean, they play one away game.
Yeah, and it's in Miami.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Maybe I have to go over that. I think they're going to lose the last 2 weeks of the season. I'm definitely predicting that.
Yeah.
But that leaves, I think they probably lose to the Bills week 2. The Patriots, I'd say they probably lose to. I think they lose.
You think they get swept by Green Bay?
I wouldn't be shocked. I really wouldn't.
I think the Vikings are better this year than they were last year.
Certainly. Kyler Murray is absolutely better than any
And they just
quarterback
signed
option
Jawan
they had
Johnson.
last year. Yeah, that absolutely helps. Yeah, the Vikings actually should be. They shouldn't be bad. They shouldn't be bad. I'd say they Lions should
I mean,
split with them.
They went 9-8 last year, and they
Yeah,
had J.J. McCarthy and injured Carson Wentz.
that's insane. That's actually insane. I can't believe that.
And they also had another. What was the other guy's name?
Well, they started Brosmer that one game against the
Yeah,
Seahawks
it
where
was
they.
against, but they also started him against the Lions.
Oh, did he get another one after that?
He
I
won
didn't
against
even
the
remember that.
Lions.
There's no way. Really? All right.
I don't
Either
know.
way, you know what? I am gonna go under. This is an easy schedule, and they don't play outside, but I'm gonna go under. I'm going under.
You know what? I'm gonna join you.
All right. We're hating on the Lions this season. That's
It's a hate, and I think
what
that's
are you gonna
because
do?
we all went kind of over last year with them.
We did, and they did not look very encouraging. I don't think they've given me much reason this offseason to think that they're going to be much better. So,
Yeah.
hey, let's look at the Packers, their division rival here.
Yeah.
Um, let's see where they are in the ranking. They are 21st,
Yeah.
towards the bottom there, but not too terrible.
They are at the same win total projection as the Detroit Lions at 10.5. I'm gonna say they go over.
I am
Well,
much more
let me look.
confident.
Let me
Yeah,
look
let's
at
look
this
a little
again.
more, but I would probably also, at just first glance, say they go over. I think that they gave them a pretty good. Well, again, we aren't sure about the Vikings. At least I'm not, but they could be much better. They gave them a pretty good start to the season for when Parsons will be out. They get the two NFC South teams and the Jets. That's just free.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I think they lose to the Bears at least once.
I agree.
I think they might lose to the Vikings at least once.
I
Um,
agree.
we both think they could sweep the Lions.
Yes, we do.
I think they'll probably lose to the Patriots. I think they'll probably lose to the Rams. I think they'll probably lose to the Texans.
How many
You
games
think
is
they
that
lose
that
to the
you just
Bills?
listed right there? I don't. I think that would be a battle. Like I'd say we give that to them, just benefit of the
They're at
doubt.
home.
Like
They're in Green Bay.
yeah, I say we give that to them
So
because I think
if
they'll
that was
take
the
one of
case,
those tough ones.
then they are 11-5.
No, yeah, I want to go over. I do want to go over. I think they're going to be a good team.
Even if they lose to the Bills, they're 11-6
I like the Week 11 bye. They get to play the Rams right off of the bye, which
in LA,
might help
which then
in
again
LA.
isn't
But
much. I mean,
it's LA. Come on, they all live there anyway. No, I'm just kidding. uh, yeah, I'm gonna go over for them. I'm gonna
let's
go
go
over.
over.
Yeah. I think, and again, it is injury based. but they still were pretty good last year with a lot of injuries. So
Sure.
let's stay healthy and see what we see here. Houston Texans, this should be a very good team if CJ Stroud can be even remotely okay. In the rankings, they're they are dead smack in the middle at
Oh,
16.
never mind. Yeah, 16.
Dead smack in the middle. But I'm just seeing a lot of green and I'm seeing a lot of red. But a lot of the red, I think they can handle. I think they can handle probably the Colts twice. I think, depending on the Colts' defensive situation, because those could be some defensive battles. Oh man, they start against the Bills and then the Bengals. Wow, I'm gonna be tuned in.
It's 2 home games though.
It is 2 home games. If they go 2-0, I don't think they lose until maybe the Jaguars. Maybe that'd be a tough game.
5-0.
If they win those first 2, I got them going 5-0 for certain. Maybe the Jaguars, but if they don't lose to the Jaguars, I don't think they lose until I don't know when. Oh my goodness, this is not a bad schedule for them.
Their win projection is right now over under is at 9.5.
Oh God, slamming the over. I'm slamming the over. I am slamming that over. Wow. Yeah, I'm slamming that. Are we serious? 9.5?
9.5.
Lower than the Lions?
Yeah, lower than the Lions.
Is that not surprising to you?
2 games less than the Baltimore Ravens, by the way.
I don't understand that. Understand that.
Same as the Cincinnati Bengals.
Now, I do think the end of this season gets a little dicey. They've got the Ravens and the Steelers, Jaguars again, Eagles, Packers. Those are some tough games. So I think they could lose maybe a couple in there, but I could also see them not doing that. Like the defense is just going to be so ridiculous, and I'm not seeing. I'm just not seeing a game against a team that also has a pretty good defense that could really give Stroud some problems, that also has a good enough offense to do something against their defense. Right. I'm just not seeing it. I mean, unless the Ravens turn into that, because I think the Ravens could turn into that with their new coaching staff. But last season they didn't show us that. You know what I mean?
Well, and I mean they just added Rutledge at guard. In the draft.
Right.
They just added Caden McDonald at defensive tackle.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like the defense is just going to be absolutely ridiculous. And then the offense, they're saying Rutledge could play center, by the way.
And they also traded for David Montgomery.
Right. So that's like it's all going to come down to Stroud. Because last season they lost because Stroud threw like how many interceptions? Like a lot. That's why they lost in the playoffs.
That Patriots game was
Right. So wow. I think this is going to be a really good team, and I think 9.5 is disrespectful. That's disrespectful to me. I might go put money on that. Hold on. Polymarket.
Go ahead,
come here.
Slam some money on that. We do not encourage gambling.
No, we don't. No, especially not on Polymarket. Don't go on Polymarket. No, nobody do it. You're going to get scammed. All right. Well, listen, that's going to be a great team. Let's go to their division opponent here in the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
According to league ranking, they are top 10 easiest. They are 8th. Which is interesting considering the division they're in, because I do think that this division has turned quite difficult, except for the Titans.
Yeah. Well, even the Titans, I think, could be better. I mean, they got a really good draft. They had a pretty good free agency, which they just added. Where did Njoku go?
He went to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they added some great pieces. They have Robert Saleh. They have Brian Daboll.
Yeah, the coaching changes really does encourage me. But
Bradley. Yeah.
I would still probably pick them to come last in this division unless they do find a way to jump the Colts. Yeah. But I don't know. This one's interesting for the Colts here because, like you said, I really do think it's going to come down to health. Um,
Their win projection right now over under is 7.5.
that's pretty low. It's pretty low. Do they get to 8 wins here?
Um,
Tough start.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say they can go over. If Daniel Jones comes back healthy, and if Sauce Gardner comes back, I mean they lost Michael Pittman, right?
Yep, they
They
did.
lost Michael Pittman.
Paid Alec Pierce a ton
Their
of money.
offensive line is really good.
Yes, it
Um,
is. Jonathan
really
Taylor.
good.
Like, yeah.
I think they can go over. Like I think that they can take possibly both of the Titans games. I think they can probably beat the Browns. I think they can beat the Giants. I think they can beat the Dolphins.
Do they
Um,
still have Lou Anarumo as their defensive coordinator? I think
Good
they
question.
do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, last season the injury stuff was really bad. If they come back, if they're healthy this season, I think they do go over that number. I think they go over that. They're in a tough division, and it's a tough start to the season. I will be interested to see how they play against the Ravens and the Chiefs and the Texans, of course, but we don't expect them to win that,
Right.
as we just
Right.
talked about. But after
So
that, I think even if they start terrible and they start 0-3, think they can beat the Commanders, they can beat the Steelers, they can beat the Titans, they can
yeah,
maybe beat the Vikings. So yeah, I'll go over. I'll go over.
yeah. I think it can be an over, especially like you just said, and like we've been saying, if health permits,
Right.
you know.
If health permits. Oh, I've got 8.5 here. Um,
Oh, see, I got 7.
yeah, well, I'm gonna go. Honestly, I might go over either way, but definitely over on 7.5. So that's
Sweet.
what we'll call it. Staying in the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's check their ranking. It is 18th,
Yeah.
which I
So
guess makes
yeah,
sense. Um, hmm. Jaguars. I mean, listen, last season they were surprisingly very good. Um,
the 13-4, right? 12-5.
yeah, they were very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Let's see what it says they were in 2025. Yep, 13. 13 wins. I'm seeing 9.5. Is that what you have?
I got 8.5.
Oh. Well, we'll go with yours
I'm
as
gonna
we
go
have
over
been.
on 8.5.
I think I agree. I would go over on 8.5. Um, I'm
And
that
hopefully it's not like, I mean, Liam Cohen in his first year took the Jaguars from a bottom 5 team in the league to 13-4.
yeah,
Um, which is
yeah,
pretty nuts. Uh,
fantastic point
yeah,
because another year of Liam Cohen, just like we said for the Bears, another year of Ben Johnson there, another year of Liam Cohen here. That is just gonna get better. Only can get better.
you would hope so. I mean, and even if there is a fall, you would hope that it doesn't go from 13 to 8.
True.
Um, so I think the over here is I think 8.5 is
Yeah,
pretty
that's low.
conservative. Yeah.
That's super low. I will take the over on that with you. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they obviously get a softball to start, but then there's some tough games in those first 6 weeks there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the 2026 Jaguars are going to be as good as the 2025 Jaguars pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
but the back part of the season doesn't look too bad.
Now they did lose Travis Etienne.
They did. They did. The way they were running that running game, though, that honestly doesn't even. They're still just going to platoon with like Bashal Tootin and who did they have? Chris Rodriguez, I think, from the
Yeah.
Commanders. Yeah. Who, I mean, I wouldn't say he's anything super special, but love the
I mean,
explosiveness of Tootin. Um,
was this PJ Washington?
they have Parker Washington.
Parker Washington.
Yes, who came on at the end of last season as a really great wide receiver.
Yeah.
Um, Brian Thomas Jr., if he gets back to
Yo.
form, because last season
Right.
was super off for him, and they were still, like you said, they won 13 freaking games. So if
Yeah.
he gets back to form, That would help a lot. And then they have Jacoby Myers too. Like they've got the weapons. They've got pretty good solid defense. I think they did lose some pieces on the defense, but
Yeah, lost Devin Lloyd. They lost
yeah,
people like that. So,
yeah.
but even
I don't know.
still, I think that maybe the fall is to 10. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
maybe like the fall from 13-4 is to 10-7. So yeah, slamming that over for the Jaguars.
I agree with you. I'm on the over. Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they got an interesting one here. Why don't
What's
you
that
go
number?
ahead? Look at before we show the number. Let's look at where they rank.
Great idea. They are 22nd, so
Yeah,
on the harder end.
right. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the harder end, right?
Yep.
We don't know when Patrick Mahomes is going to be back.
No, we don't.
Travis Kelce just got a big extension, but we don't know where that is, right?
He's many years old.
Now they traded up to get Monster Delane.
They did.
Because they lost McDuffie. So their win projection over under is 10.5.
Okay.
10.5.
Okay. Well,
Mind you, they went 6-11 last year, and where they lost Mahomes really wasn't that early in the year.
No, it was. They were. I mean, they were at least like what 5-5.
Yeah.
Wait, is that true?
No,
Yeah.
I think it was late. I think it was like week 14, wasn't it? Week 13.
Yeah, no, it was in December. It was certainly in December, so it was late. That is a high number. That's a high number. I still have that wiring of it's just the Chiefs, man. It's the freaking Chiefs.
Fair.
Like,
Which is fair.
It's Mahomes. Whenever he comes back, it's still Mahomes. Like, there's no worries about Rice going to jail or anything this season. Like, they've got, it's just,
right.
You know what I mean? But that's a high number.
And here's something interesting, right?
Okay.
Here's something interesting. Players they lost.
Right.
They lost Pacheco.
Yep. But they added Kenneth Walker to replace him.
Right.
Just to be fair.
You're right.
Yep.
They added Kenneth Walker, and they still have Kareem Hunt.
Come on. It's 2026.
I mean, but
it's 2026.
I know that you say that. But Kareem Hunt's so dependable. He's been so dependable for them.
I know, but I'm going to be honest. After they drafted Emmett Johnson, putting Kareem Hunt on the field to me is you're sabotaging your team. You have Ken Walker, and then you spell him with Emmett Johnson. If Kareem Hunt's on the field, something terrible has happened, in my opinion.
Okay, but they also lost, like, it doesn't sound like big pieces, right?
Right.
They also lost Hollywood Brown.
Okay.
They lost Hollywood Brown. They lost McDuffie, right, in that secondary, which is huge for them.
Yep, and they did replace him in the draft.
Monster Delane, which that is their plan, right?
Yes, right.
That's their plan. But even still, like last year, they weren't too injured. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like they were like crazy hurt. They had some injuries, but like
they were not the Chiefs that we expected, even when Mahomes was totally healthy and everybody was fine.
To the fact that they have the 23rd easiest schedule,
right?
Which means that they are below halfway.
Certainly.
I might go under here at 10.5. I think 10.5 is like they went 6-11 last year.
Listen, I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm also gonna say they go under, but I think we could just look so dumb when it's like, oh yeah, Mahomes is back, and hey,
sure, because it's the Chiefs, it's Mahomes, it's Andy Reid, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I think that seeing last year was being like, oh wow, they can look human,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? So I think that now that we've seen that, it's kind of like, oh well, maybe it happens again, because like I said, we don't know when Mahomes is going to be back, and if there's no Mahomes, what's happening?
That's exactly right. It's Justin Fields is what it is.
There you go.
Insane. But yeah, we're gonna go under, and we could look dumb. Let's pick up the pace a little bit here. Vegas Raiders. Let's check the ranking on them. 14th. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit better though. Man, what's their line? I just gotta know.
5.5. 5.5. Now they made some pretty good off-season signings.
They did. They got a
Um,
lot better.
they had a pretty good draft. Um, honestly, they had a pretty good draft. You got Fernando Mendoza, but then again, you might not see Fernando Mendoza till like week 10, week 11.
That's yeah.
New head coach Clint Kubiak, coming in, great offensive mind. Um, you've
Man, that's
got some
interesting. You know
offensive
what's so
line help.
interesting? I just gotta say with what you just said, if he comes in week 10 or 11, look at the freaking defenses on the schedule in week 10 and 11. That's not
You
friendly.
you might as well just
Throw him
I don't
into a
even know.
wood chipper. You might as well just throw him off Mount Everest. You might as well
You might
just
as well put him in if you're gonna put him in anywhere. Put him in week 8. Give him some confidence against the
yes, that's
Jets.
exactly right.
Yeah.
If at week 8 they're like if they won against if they just won these green games on their schedule and they won somehow against the Dolphins and the
What, like
Saints,
2-6,
if they're like 2 and 6,
2-5?
2 and 5, you absolutely put Mendoza in for week 8. And you say,
Sure.
buddy, go tear up the Jets and then sorry about the next couple weeks. but
Sure. But
it's
yeah, I mean, the next couple.
the Browns too, the freaking
Yeah, no,
Browns.
man. But then again, I don't know that
Jesus.
the Niners. I don't know the Niners are gonna be
No,
spectacular on defense, given that they lost Robert Saleh.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
but I think the Seahawks, Broncos, Browns, Chargers,
That's
Broncos
bad.
is pretty rough.
That's bad.
That's pretty rough.
Dude,
Especially
that's rough.
considering that they don't have that many great options still. You know what I mean? Like a wide receiver, like they don't have a ton of
No. That's definitely the
incredible
biggest
talent.
weakness.
They got Brock Bowers and they got Genty back there.
I'm just hoping that the Kubiak system, with what we saw, with what it was able to do with the Seahawks offensive line, that it was hurt a lot in 2024, but it was so terrible in 2024. And then in 2025, it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
And that's partially, again, because they stayed healthy, but also because of the Kubiak system being able to help that. So if that same effect happens with the Raiders and their offensive line is significantly better, which it was absolutely the worst in the league last season, so it needs to be significantly better.
Yeah.
I don't think like you said, they had Bowers. Bowers is a freakish weapon. They have Genty, another amazing weapon. Yeah, the wide receiver room is not great, but I think there's some in there. I hope Jack Besh can come out a little more. Like Trey Tucker actually was kind of good last season. So there's something in there. And then I think it also, after that, it comes down to the defense, which was atrocious last season. So 5.5, I mean.
I'm going to go under. I think it'll be 5.
Okay.
Like,
that's totally fair.
I'm going to go under. I think it'll be 5. And I think
they're in a tough division.
If the Raiders go higher than that, then good for them.
If the Raiders go higher than that, Kirk Cousins really worked out, I think. I don't know if that's going to be a Mendoza thing. Because if they start 2 and 5 or whatever, or like, I don't know what their plan is with Mendoza. But like, if they start really slow, I think then their team is just butt, and putting Mendoza in is not going to make them that much better, even if I do think he is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins will be this season. But
I'll say this.
I want to believe in him.
I said it last episode. I said it the episode before last too, when we were doing our first round draft grades. If you draft Fernando Mendoza at 1 overall and he does not play this year, you might as well just have waited until the 2027 draft.
I guess, yeah.
Arch
you know
Manning,
what?
Dante Moore, Darian Mensah.
Put me down as over. I'm gonna believe in him.
Baby.
I'm gonna believe in him because I think with what you just I think what you just said there pushes me to the over. I think they're really gonna push for some wins. They don't want to be the first pick next season, especially after taking Mendoza, like you said. I think they can end the season. The Chiefs will probably be trying, but like they might be able to beat the Cardinals. They might be able to beat the Titans. I think they could beat the Jets. I think they can be at least competitive against somebody like the Dolphins.
I
And
think that
then one of these hard games, they might steal one. Who knows?
sure, and I think that the only problem with them, the only reason why I might say the Cardinals might win that game is because
Mm-hmm.
first of all, they're in Arizona, which honestly doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah.
But the only thing that is going to save the Cardinals this year is their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with their offensive weapons, and you have a lot of defensive talent, which you hope works out. Didn't last year.
Meh.
And the weakness of the Raiders team is their defense. Um,
Certainly.
so it would just be like it'd be like a shootout of trash versus garbage. You know what I mean?
And that's why I'm not putting them down as a win against this Browns team. I think the defense is just going to be
Yeah,
too good. Like,
yeah.
despite how terrible the Browns offense
I mean,
might be,
even the Saints.
I know
Like,
that one's going to be tough. You're right. That one's going to be tough.
but
I'm still going to
I
say over. I
like
think a
that
miracle is
you're.
going to happen.
Well, no, and because it is that same thing where like they're gonna have to if they. I'm sticking to it. If they don't put Mendoza in there until like after the bye week, I don't
Yeah.
understand why you drafted him.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I really do. Um, yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean, we'll
you
see.
took over. I took under.
I
Nice.
like it. I like it. Staying in the AFC West, it's the Chargers. Let's check their ranking in the league. Pretty much towards the bottom, 28th.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yes, sir.
mean, man, wow, Cardinals week 1, huh?
It's a tough start, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they go Cardinals, Raiders. That's probably 2 wins, and then Bills, Seahawks, Broncos.
Right.
Probably Mahomes, Chiefs. That's tough. That's tough.
And then
And then Rams right out of the bye. That's tough.
and Texans.
And Texans. Holy hell, that's tough.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, man, that is tough. They could be a solid 3-5.
They
I would
got
not
their
be
win total
surprised.
right now. Their win total right now projection is 9.5.
If they start 3-5, 4, 5, 6,
Mm-hmm.
7. Ooh, it's getting tough after 7.
I mean,
8. I'm gonna go under, man.
you're gonna go under?
I really like. Oh man, I really like the Mike McDaniel on this coaching this Chargers
And their
offense. I
defense
like
is
that
so
a lot.
good. And their
It is,
defense is
man.
good.
I'll
I mean,
tell
they
you
lost
when
Jesse Minter.
they did. That's bad. That's tough.
Yeah. They still got
Wow,
Harbaugh though.
that's right. They do.
And if their offensive, they had major improvements to their offensive line, and if their two tackles can stay healthy, um, then
That's so interesting now that I'm looking at this because I really did like when the Seahawks schedule first came out. I was looking at it like I think the Seahawks. This could be like a tough game for the Seahawks. Like this, I almost when I was creating this, like when I was trying to predict their schedule, which I honestly didn't even do. Whatever.
that's all right. That's what we're here for now.
I guess so. But what I was literally like, I think I might mark this down as a loss for the Seahawks. Like I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like I think this Mike McDaniel offense is gonna be really, really
Well,
good.
to be fair, they're at Lumen Stadium.
Yes,
Right?
they
They're at
are.
Lumen
Yes, that's correct.
Field.
Yep. Uh,
So
but listen, hey, last season the Seahawks were better on the road than they were at home.
until it came to
But
the playoffs.
well, until it came to the playoffs. Now there was literally a part in the middle of the season where somebody tweeted like the Seahawks are going to be the first team to win the #1 seed and then asked to play on the road because that's how they were playing during the season. And evidently it ended up being totally fine. They won the Super Bowl. Let's go Hawks. But but Chargers. Yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, I do like them as a team. But just looking at this schedule, it's hard.
Schedule.
It's
Tough
hard.
schedule, yeah.
You said 9.5. They got to get to 10.
9.5. 9.5.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually going to count this out real quick. We do need to pick it up because we're going long here. But 1, 2.
Yes, I agree.
I'm going to give them this Chiefs game, and so I'm going to say they start 3-5. But then, I mean, they could. Minter is going to the Ravens. He's gonna know their secrets.
In Baltimore.
In Baltimore. All right, I'll say that's a loss. That's 3-6. Jets, they win. Patriots, tough one. Could go either way. Buccaneers, they win. It's 5. I'll give them 5 there. 6. I'll give them the 49ers. 7, 8. They need to win 2 of these ones that I'm not giving them. And I gave them the first Chiefs game, so I think the Chiefs would probably split with them. And I'll give them the Patriots. That's 9, though, right? Like,
It's just a tough draw for them.
it's a tough schedule, but I really do like the cut of their team. But
I'm gonna go over just because I think they'll get to 10.
yeah,
Because that's just how. I mean,
I want them to,
Harbaugh-
man. I like Herbert a lot. I love, like I said, love McDaniel with coaching this offense, dude. This could be amazing offense. And then it comes down to if that defense survives without Minter. Yeah, I'll say they get to 10 too. I'll say they get to 10 too. But let the record show I'm skeptical of the schedule.
Sure, the schedule's tough.
Yeah.
But with the Chargers being the way they are, I mean, they were hurt last year and they still found a way to win games. You know what I mean? Like their offensive line was terrible.
Offensive line was decimated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Praying to goodness they stay healthier because that will make or break the offense.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Even with McDaniel, but
Yeah.
all right, that's what we got for the Chargers
Yeah,
there.
like you said, we're gonna start picking things up a little bit here.
Now to the Rams. And when we look at the Rams, they have the 19th most difficult schedule according to this. What you got as their line?
Their line is 10.5.
Really?
10.5. I think they go over.
See, it's 11.5 over here. Yeah. 10.5, I agree. They go over. It's the Rams. They go over.
Yeah, because they also
Yeah.
got incredible. Like they got so much better on defense, and they already had a good defense.
They
their
did.
cornerback room
They
is
improved the
stacked.
cornerback room quite a bit.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
so,
think their
yeah.
draft was insane.
No,
good.
draft was not good. So
Um,
that's thank goodness, because if it was
Right.
good, I think they would be very frightening. But the fact they didn't really help the offense at all. In fact, I think the offense lost some pieces on the offensive line. That could be tough. So I am
And
going
they
to say
lost-
over.
They did lose Mike LaFleur.
Yes, they did. Yes,
now,
they did.
Sean McVay,
Obviously, it's right.
right?
Yeah.
But they did lose Mike LaFleur.
So see how much that matters, of course, in the McVay
So
scheme
Matthew
of things.
Stafford
But
is defying time. So
exactly right. He's the reigning MVP. They're going to go over that number, I think.
Yeah.
Give me the over on 10.5.
yeah, there you go. Easy. Boom.
Yeah, there it is. Rams. All right.
I hate the Rams. So
Miami Dolphins. Goodness, that's a lot of red at the back part of that. Let's take a look here. Yep, that's second to hardest. Or third to hardest, I mean. Third to hardest for the Dolphins. Wow, that's a lot of tough teams. Couple easy ones. Jets, Raiders. Sweet.
Yeah, it's
Mary.
mainly just Jets.
What is
twice.
their line? What is their line?
Their line is 4.5.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're booty buns,
I
and
might
this
go
schedule
under on here
is
because
dude.
I might go under because they lost quite a few pieces as well.
Absolutely
I'm not a huge
lost it all.
Jeff Halfley believer.
Nope. Nope.
Malik Willis, they basically were like, we're going to give you this contract and then give away everyone except Devon Achane, who is now the highest paid running back in history.
Dude, that's insane. They gave him a lot of money. They need to trade him immediately.
I saw someone post and it was like the Lions and the Falcons are pooping their pants. right now.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan coming up,
Dude.
they are absolutely, they're
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
that is pretty insane. I mean, the fact that freaking rookie Jeremiah Love just got $50 million from y'all too, like, sweet
Yeah.
Moses, running backs.
But I mean, Jeremiah Love is if he is what you think he is.
No, for sure, absolutely. But I've just said the running back market, like,
Oh, it's gonna go.
Man.
By the time Jeremiah Love gets there, oh god.
and I'll tell you, I've been hearing about like potentially the Dolphins could be moving pieces like Jordan Brooks, a really good linebacker, because like we just talked about, there's a lot of teams that need linebacker help. So after June 1st, I think that's definitely a possibility. So if they lose even more pieces,
Yeah.
I think this is an under, man. This
I'm
looks
gonna go
tough.
under here. I mean, like,
They might
yeah,
split with the Jets. They might split. Like, if they
they might
split
be
with the freaking
worse.
Jets,
They might be worse than the Cardinals, dog, and that's hard.
this is absolutely a contender for the number one pick. 1,000,000% right here. So yeah, if they want that number one pick, they got to go under. See if this
Seems
matches.
like that's
Yep,
what
four
they're
and a
going
half.
for. So
I certainly agree. All right, that's the Dolphins. Now let's get to a team that we have been talking about here, the Vikings. This is a very interesting one. 25th easiest, so pretty difficult schedule.
yeah,
As we see here, it's quite a bit of red on the screen at the moment.
yeah, it's hard. It's tough.
What's the
Their
line?
win projection is 8.5. 8.5. I think they go over.
Dude, they went over that with JJ McCarthy. Yeah, they go
Dude,
over
they
with
won
Kyle.
9 games with JJ McCarthy. Now
I
they
can't
have,
believe that. I cannot believe how good they were last season. I can't believe it.
dude. Now they have Kyler Murray with Kevin O'Connell.
Dude, it should be pretty darn good.
If
as-
Sam Darnold, no offense to Sam Darnold,
Sure.
if Sam Darnold could come back from his stint with where he was and win
Right.
13 games with the Vikings,
Right. For sure.
I'm smashing the over on this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also taking the over. I mean, especially if Jordan Addison is able to stay on the field, with whether it be health
Right.
or shenanigans, that
Yeah.
that top three they've got now with Jefferson, Addison, and
Because
like
they
you
did
mentioned,
lose
Juwan
Bailey.
Jennings, right? And they
lost
just
Bailey,
replaced him
but
with Jennings,
Juwan
which like
Jennings.
like that's
They
pretty
still have T.J. Hawkinson.
solid.
And,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, should
they
be a
still
pretty
got
good
that,
team. They have the pair of running backs, Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. They also drafted Claiborne, I think. I think it was Claiborne. He's really fast and explosive. He's good. He's good.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's kind of like A-Chain Light. A-Chain Light.
Yeah.
Devon A-Chain Light. And A-Chain's already light. So that's why Claiborne went so late. But you know what I mean.
Because who else did
yeah.
they draft? Who did they draft in the first round?
They took Caleb Banks, my guy. My
Oh,
absolute
they did.
guy.
Yeah, going over.
Yeah, I love Caleb Banks. Hopefully
Brian Flores?
his foot is okay. I know, man. I know. And I just really I love their draft overall. They took some good players in the second and
Yeah.
third that are also evading me. But who did they take? Ooh, it's evading me. It's fine.
I like the usage of that word there. That was good.
Yeah, it's
was good. I
escaping
like
me,
that.
evading me.
That
It's
was
away from
good.
me.
Yeah, I
I'm
like that.
struggling.
Nah.
I'm good. I'm definitely going over that number though. I mean, honestly, I've been underrating the Vikings and just the other teams that we've been looking at. Like now that I'm thinking about them, this should be a good team. Now, this stretch here in the middle is tough. Colts could go either way, but also Lions could go either way. But Bills, Packers, 49ers, they could definitely take these NFC South matchups. Probably all of them, I would think. They'll take these East matchups, AFC East. Well, at least two of them.
You hope so.
Yeah, they definitely go over. They definitely go over.
Yeah.
Give me over. Give me over. Let's take a look at the Patriots. This was the schedule last season, of course. Now, according to this, they are 23rd most difficult.
Yeah. Which is fair. They're a Super Bowl team.
Or 23rd easiest, I suppose. Yes, they were in the Super Bowl. And they get a rematch of that game week 1.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah,
And
that's
they're in
something.
Seattle.
Yeah. That is certainly something. And it's a pretty tough start to the season. Steelers could go either way, but then Jaguars and Bills. Then they get some easy ones. Raiders and Jets. Then it's the
How
Bears.
about Mike Vrabel?
How about him? Is he going to be the coach of the team? Probably.
Yeah.
Is the team going to be in turmoil? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Again, this could be. What's their line? What's the line?
9.5. I don't know how. What you think about that, Connor? Tell the people watching and listening what
Man,
you think about that. What do you
listen,
think about that?
they were just in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They have a quarterback who damn near won the MVP. It was really close.
Yeah.
They're gonna add AJ Brown to that offense,
Yes, they are.
probably.
They're losing Stephon Diggs, but hey, there you go.
I would absolutely take Brown over Diggs at this point in their careers.
Sure. Absolutely. Their defense is still pretty good.
Defense is still good. I think they added to it, right? Was there a big addition that I'm missing that I'm not thinking of right now?
I couldn't tell you if there was.
But I mean, yeah. With all that said, it seems like they should be a pretty darn good team.
It seems like they should win more than 9 games.
It does
Right.
seem that way. It does seem that way, and for
I'm
some
okay with
reason,
going over and being wrong here. Like that. This is when I'm okay with being wrong for saying over on
yeah,
the Patriots.
yeah.
Because whether or not Vrabel is doing the right thing off the field, he does the right thing on the field with coaching. So
That's certainly true. I'm just gonna try and count it out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd give them there. Then I'd give them 5, 6, 7. I think it's gonna be a stretch to get them to 10. I think it's gonna be a stretch.
I think it was a stretch last year. Well, never mind, because everyone was calling the schedule last year.
They were calling them the damn schedule.
They're calling the schedule.
I think it's gonna be a stretch, but you're right. Put me down as over, and if they end up shit in the bed, then hey, they
I'm
ended
okay
up shit in
eating
the bed.
that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Now, look at this New Orleans Saints schedule. Very interesting here. According to the league rankings, they are second easiest. Very easy New Orleans Saints schedule.
Yeah.
I'm interested in their line.
7.5. With
Dude.
this easy of a schedule, you hope it's an over.
You do. Tyler Shuck, year 2. Defense probably still pretty good.
Pretty good. That defense
Added Etienne.
Yeah.
Jordan Tyson, absolutely. Good call. Give me the over. Dude, every team in this division might be like 8 and 9. Is that possible? Is that actually possible? Because I think it's super
for sure, probably.
likely.
It almost happened last year.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
It almost happened last year. Let's do.
Give me the
you wanna
over,
take the
dude.
over on that?
Give me the over. Give
I'll
it to
take
me.
The over with you. We're getting a lot of overs here. We've got a couple unders.
We do. I think there's a couple. Yeah, I know. We're a little optimistic on this show, but I'm going to go over on them, and I really do think that everyone in this division is going to be like 8 and 9.
To be honest, we're not super optimistic on this show sometimes.
Yeah, it could go either way, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It could go either way. But hey, let's take a look at the New York Giants.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Because this could be an under. Let me hear the line.
The line for your New York Football Giants is 7.5.
Oh, interesting. According to the rankings here, they have a pretty difficult schedule. 26th out of 32.
Yep.
When it comes to ease, I am seeing a lot of green here, though. But there's some tough matchups in there too.
I'm gonna say under, and I know that might be 7.5. I'm gonna say probably 7. I know they have John Harbaugh, right? I know they have Harbaugh. Cam Scatterbush should be coming back healthy. Jackson Dart should be healthy.
Hope so.
They have
Malik
Harbaugh.
Neighbors just had another operation on his knee. I don't know if you saw that.
That's not good.
No, it's not. They said he should be ready for camp and everything, but hey, that's not good. The knee's not looking good.
They added Reese. They added Francis Mauigoa.
Yeah.
2 big ones, right?
I mean, they really did add a lot to this team, and they changed coaches, and Oh man, who is their offensive coordinator though? Isn't it somebody not that good? I gotta look it up.
Well,
It was
they
it.
had the offensive coordinator as the interim head coach, didn't they?
Um, let me just do a search. Matt Nagy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they did hire
yeah.
him.
Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under. I'd say 7. Like that's kind of where I'm at. Um,
I would not be surprised if they end up going over and they end up being a mid respectable, but like probably not necessarily a playoff, but like
yeah,
middle of the pack team.
yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised at all. And you know what?
You gonna go over?
I kind of want to say it, man. They added so much and they changed so much. No, give me the under. Give me the under. Come on. What am I
All
doing? Give me
right.
the under.
Sweet.
I'd say they're still the worst team in the division if the Commanders stay healthy. And then, I mean, it's Titans, Cardinals, Saints. Nah, give me the under.
Yeah.
Giants under. Let's go to the other team in New York, the Jets. Ew, the
Yeah.
10th
Oh
easiest
yeah.
schedule, so not that bad. But what's their line?
They're lined with the New York Football Jets. 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 Jets.
Mm,
Jets. It's 5.5.
gross, gross,
Yeah.
gross, gross. Yeah, give me the under. I mean, give me the under. I really don't think that Glenn
Yeah,
is
they're
going to be
gonna
around
try and
much longer.
yeah.
No, I don't think they are. I
I think Glenn could
I
be
just
gone.
yeah.
When's their bye week? I think Glenn could be gone before the bye week, if not at the bye week.
I agree with that. I mean, they've got some games in here like the Titans. Obviously, that Browns defense will be tough, but the Titans, the Dolphins, the Raiders. I mean, they could win those.
Right.
I don't see them winning against
Right.
the Packers. I don't really see them winning against the Lions. Don't see them winning against the Bears. Don't see them winning against the Patriots. Don't see them winning against the Chiefs in Week 9. Mahomes will definitely be back. Don't see him winning against the Bills again. Or, I mean, the Bills for the first time, actually. Play the Bills in the end of the season. I don't see him winning against the Chargers.
I don't even see him beating the Cardinals, dog. And that's saying
Well,
something.
listen, at that point, they could be out of the coach. So, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at this early part of the season where it's going to be really pivotal for Glenn, I think. And
I think I'm going under on that five and
I'm
a half
going
just
under
because
as well.
they're really marching for Arch.
Absolutely, they are. They have to make something happen there. I mean, I think week 1 is going to tell a story. If they lose to the
Oh yeah.
Titans week 1, fire them. Just fire them. You're not winning another game. You're not winning. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll see
I
how
agree
that
with that.
ends up. Ooh, look at this Philadelphia Eagles schedule. Why would they set it up like
Oh.
this?
Yeah,
Let's.
they have a pretty easy
Well,
ranks.
they're right in the middle. They're 15th, right in the middle, according to this metric.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
what's their line?
Their line is 10.5, Connor. 10.5 big ones. What do you think? Where you going? You going over? You going under?
Let me take a look. Let me examine.
Go ahead.
Commanders
Go ahead.
probably win. Titans probably win. Bears could be a loss. Rams could be a loss. Jaguars could be a loss. Panthers
Could be a loss.
could
Be
be.
honest.
It could be a loss. That one
Could
could
be a
go
loss.
either way. They are at home.
That is true.
I'm gonna go under.
You're gonna go under on the Philadelphia Eagles, huh? Losing AJ Brown, but getting
Lemon. They got the lemon.
they got the lemon juice. When life gives you lemon, you send AJ Brown away.
You absolutely do. I am really interested to see how losing Jeff Stoutland is going to impact that offensive line. I am also really interested to see. I mean, their defense is going to be really good,
Yeah.
but I mean, I am a little. I have questions about the offense, but I think the defense is going to be pretty darn good. It's a tough one.
I think here's what I think. I'm gonna go over
Okay.
just because it's the Eagles and
Yeah.
they're so talented.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over. And this is what I think. This will be my comment on that.
Okay.
If they go over, like you said, under, and if you want to keep
I'm
that,
gonna I'm gonna keep
that's
it as
cool.
under. Yeah, I'll keep it.
And here's where it's at, right?
Okay.
If they do what I'm predicting, Sirianni stays. If they do what you're
Hmm.
predicting, he's out.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this comes down to Hurts, to be honest. It comes down to Hurts. It comes down to
that's fair. That's fair.
and yeah, if I'm betting on or against Hurts, I think I'm betting against. So I'm gonna go under, but again, I really do think that defense is going to be freakishly good. So
It's good.
that's
I
concerning.
mean, yeah.
That's concerning for my prediction and for the league, but that's okay. Let's take a look here at another team in Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Steelers. They have a
There you go.
top 10 easiest schedule. They're at 9.
Yeah. Which might surprise you a little bit.
Yeah, especially just first glance at this, it does surprise me. What's their line?
8.5.
Wow, 8.5, huh? Okay. Give me the under. This is the year it explodes. Give me the under. They get rid
Give
of
you the
Mike
under on
Tomlin.
this,
They get
huh?
rid of Mike Tomlin, and this is going to be the
Oh,
first time
come
they have
on,
a
but they got
losing
Mike
record. I
McCarthy.
know. I'm going to just say that they get rid of Tomlin and they immediately have a losing record. That's going to be my fun
You think so?
storyline of the season. Yep.
You think so?
That's what I'm going to go with.
There you go. I'm gonna go over on this one.
Okay.
We split
That's
this
and
one.
that's totally fair. Yeah, I think they're not going to be like a super terrible team or anything. I think their floor is probably,
Yeah, I mean,
fairly
probably
high,
8 wins.
but yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go under, and I'm just gonna say, hey, listen, it would be really funny if they fire Tomlin and just immediately lose.
But see, Connor,
God
there you
bless my
go.
soul.
Bless you, bless you.
Appreciate it.
I
Hey, thank
think.
you.
Hey, I think your screen said bless you as well. It moved with
Yeah,
you.
it did.
Um,
Yeah.
I think that. What was I gonna say about the Steelers? What was I gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. Oh,
Say
yeah, I
something
remember what I
about.
was gonna say.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at you, Connor. Look at you. You said we were too positive. You've gone under 2 times in a row now.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get back on track
Come
here. Listen,
on, come
every
on.
season there's teams that are butt that you thought were going to be good, right? So listen,
Yes.
let's just keep that going. Let's just keep that. I'm going to make my stand on the Steelers being one of those teams.
Why don't we just go ahead and give you under for the rest of these teams? Come on, let's keep
No,
it under.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
well,
no,
maybe not
no,
with the
no, no,
Seahawks,
no, no,
but
no, no. Exactly. That's right. Come on. But maybe this team, let's take a look here at the San Francisco 49ers. According to the league ranking, they have the 17th
yeah,
hardest schedule. So
yeah.
pretty much right in the middle, almost. This is an
Quite a bit of
interesting one.
green.
This is really interesting. What's their line?
10.5.
Wow, that's high.
10.5.
I mean, I don't really hate that.
I mean, to be fair, last year, we thought 10.5 would be too much, and they went 12-5
They did, and they had a ton of injuries
with
too
a
on the
super
defensive
injured team. Now,
side.
granted, a lot of that's Robert Salo, a lot of that's Kyle Shanahan.
That's right. So I mean, their offense should
But
still
Raheem
be
Morris
pretty
is a good
darn
defensive
good with
coordinator,
Shanahan.
so
Yes, he is. The fact that he's able to go straight to just being a defensive coordinator now and not have to
when he was with
head coach.
the Rams, right?
I think so.
Before the Falcons, he was
I
with
think
Sean
so.
McVay, I believe.
Um, listen, I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I think I'm probably going to go over just because I can't bet
7.
against the 49ers, unfortunately. They're going to have to prove me wrong until I bet under. Because I thought under was last year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that one. I'm kind of with you on that. I agree. Yeah, I'll take the over with you. Like you said, wouldn't be surprised if we're wrong there, but also I actually kind of would be a little bit. But yeah, they got to show that hey, they're falling off before we predict it as NFC West
That's
fans.
fair.
let's get to the Seahawks here. They now this is actually super interesting. According to this, they have the 12th easiest schedule,
Yeah.
which is apparently easier than both the 49ers and the Rams, even though the Seahawks won the division. Obviously much easier than the Cardinals, according to on this, the metric.
Please tell me about it.
But that is a little interesting to me. What's the line? What do they have? I don't even
Their
know.
line is the same as the 49ers at 10.5.
Oh yeah, I'll take the over for sure on that.
Now, they
Yeah, we'll
lost a
take
lot
the
of
over.
key pieces.
Well,
But-
and that is, I will say, that's been a little bit overblown because it's truly only 2 starters that they lost. They lost 2 starters, which it's 2 starters on the Super Bowl team that some of those starters that they lost were hurt in the season anyway. Talking about Reek Woolen and also Kobe Bryant. And then
Lost Kenneth Walker. You
lost Kenneth Walker. That's
Charbonnet.
obviously tough. Charbonnet probably middle of the season at the earliest to return. So
But
that
you
is
can't-
certainly
that's
going to
why
be
you got
interesting.
Jadarian Price, right?
That's exactly right. First round pick on a running back. You're definitely going to be expecting him to make an impact immediately. Honestly, my biggest concern is the loss of Kubiak, but
which is fair.
that's absolutely my biggest
Very
concern.
fair.
But hey, we took a guy off the 49ers, and we know they've got a great offensive system, that Shanahan system.
Yes.
As that's exactly what Kubiak was running as
The
well.
tight ends
So
coach?
I think he was. Yeah, I think so. Which means he was super heavily involved in the run game. They're going to be really trying to pound that rock again. But they still have Smith and Jigba. They'll have a full off season with Rashid Shaheed. So I'm super hoping he gets way more involved in the offense because surprisingly not very involved in the offense on the Super Bowl run.
Heavily on special teams, but not much on the offense.
Of course, insanely impactful on special teams, but not much on the offense. So hoping with a full off season that is improved because he's a really great true wide receiver too. He's not just a good returner; he's a great wide receiver. So still have Kupp as a safety blanket. Still, hopefully, Toy Horton can come back healthy. He was pretty darn good at the beginning of the season. Definitely over. Let's go Seahawks.
There you go.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. According to the ranking, 7th easiest. Pretty easy.
Wow.
A lot of green here. What do you got him at?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their line this year is at, oh my gosh, where is it? I just had it. On my list here. I can't even find them. They are at, jeez Louise, this is terrible podcasting for me. It is at 8.5.
Oh, just like everybody else in the division. Oh.
DraftKings is really, they're really going for it this year, huh?
Yeah, honestly, right? You know what?
Maybe I should really say Vegas is going for it.
Yeah, Vegas. I kind of want to say under.
Yeah?
Why do I
8.5?
want to say that?
I think you want to say under because you think every team's going to go 8-9.
I do. I really do. I mean, the Buccaneers, they lost Mike Evans.
Yeah.
They do still have a pretty deep wide receiver room even without him.
Yeah, like Buka. They also signed.
They drafted Bane. That's so huge. That's
drafted
just
Bane. They
so
also
huge.
drafted that other guy that he was one of your favorite fits in last episode.
Oh, who was that?
Wide receiver.
Gosh, my brain. Oh yeah, they did. They helped fill out that wide Ted Hurst. Yes. But I mean, even with they drafted Hurst. They have Ibuka still. They have Godwin still. They have McMillan. They got a lot going on there. Honestly, you know what? I think just remembering that they drafted Bane is gonna make me say they win 9 games.
Over.
So I'm gonna go over.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
go over too.
He's gonna be so damn good that he's gonna improve that defense enough that they're gonna probably win this division.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that
And they
is my
dealt with a lot of
prediction.
injuries last year too. So
They did. That's a good point. They did. But I think it will take a little bit of improvement over last season, which I think could go either way. I think they could get worse on offense, but better on defense, which again, this schedule is not like super forgiving. I mean, Bengals is tough. Browns, they should win, but that's a tough defense. Vikings is tough. Packers is tough. Cowboys, I think, could go either way. Steelers could go either way. Carolina, obviously division rival, that's going to go either way. Same thing with the Falcons. And then it's Bears, that's super tough. Lions, that's tough. They got Chargers, Ravens. Dude, this is tough. I wouldn't be surprised if they go under, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
You want to change? What you thinking? It's really weird because they're at what? What are they at with the strength of schedule?
Pretty
Like
easy
7th?
according to this. Yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean, that's just the product of the division they're in. It has to be. Cause
What are you thinking? What is your heart telling you? I think you should stick with what your gut says.
to be honest, my first gut reaction was under, and then I remembered Bane and was like, maybe over. I think I'm gonna go under. This is a tough ass schedule. This is tough. What'd you pick?
I'm switching mine too. I have too many overs. I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch mine to under as well.
I was gonna say, all right, we're predicting this entire division to go 8-9. There's nothing wrong with that. Tennessee Titans. Final two. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Stretch.
What's their line, man? You got to just tell me the line.
Their line is 6.5.
Wow, a little higher than I even thought it would
they're
be. Well, they got a tough ass
27.
schedule here. Wow, tough.
Yeah, that's rough.
6.5.
6.5.
They got to win 7 games to go over that.
I assume that they think that, which is not an unfair thing to think, that Robert Saleh, Brian Daboll, and Gus Bradley are gonna elevate them. I mean, they're probably like, if the Jaguars can go from this to that, why can't the Titans if they got a great coach? And it's like,
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. That's a fair
you got
prediction.
Carnell Tate,
Guy Carnell Tate, that's great.
Eldrick Falk,
Yeah, it's.
which is,
I still have a lot of questions about that defense. I think even with Saleh being there, but
Sure.
I mean I do think the one thing that is reassuring is Saleh being there. Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready to say over yet.
That's totally fair. I mean,
don't think
looking
I'm
at
ready to
this,
quite say.
1, 2, 3.
I do like their new uniforms, though.
I like the uniforms as well. I agree. Give me the under. If they go over, I will be pleased. I'll be happy about that.
Pleasantly surprised, we will be.
Certainly. But yeah, give me that under. All right, last team here. The Washington Commanders. In the rankings, they are 24th, so on the more difficult side of things. But what's the line there?
Right now, Vegas has them at 7.5.
Oh.
They did lose Cliff Kingsbury, their offensive coordinator. They fired him.
Lost as in, say get out of here.
Lost as in they got rid of him. They were super hurt last year. I think if they're fully healthy, then they probably go over.
I agree with that.
Because
I
the year
definitely
before last,
agree
they
with
went
that.
to the NFC Championship, did they not?
Yeah. Yes, they did. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go over if they stay healthy. Over.
I agree. Yeah, give me the over as well. I think I'm looking just at a glance here. I'm seeing a number of games they can absolutely win if they are healthy, of course. But
yes.
We could kind of say that about every team, to be totally honest. But availability is the best ability.
It's huge, but.
But all right. I mean, listen, that's the season. That's what we got.
That's the season, and we got
the season.
We got
strength of schedule.
All tracked here. You saw the strength of schedule.
Yeah.
If your team was in the red zone, sorry about that. If your team's in the green zone, I hope you capitalize on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are the over/under totals. We're gonna keep track of those, and
at
the end of the season, we're going to put those back up and see just how right we were.
And I'll maybe say that maybe right before the beginning of the season, we relook at them and see if something in training camp has affected our opinion there. but
Yeah.
that may or may not happen. Either way,
Well,
we'll keep track of these. Absolutely.
yes, and either way, we're gonna have a little graphic to show you up here at the end of the episode, just to kind of show what they look like. Um, but then yeah, I agree. I think that's a good idea to put that up right before the season starts, maybe in the preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A little bit of
certainly.
preseason action.
Love it.
Uh, and we'll see where we are then. But if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you.
Hopefully, you either liked or weren't offended with how we projected your team to
Nothing
do this
personal,
year.
of course. Nothing
Nothing
personal.
personal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank you for sticking with us. If you liked the video, why not drop a like? If you have some opinions yourself, drop some in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know what you think about your team and about this overall.
Please.
Um, if you aren't a part of the Coast to Coast family yet, why not go ahead and subscribe? It's free. The water is fine. Feeling great. And yeah, that's episode 26. We will be back probably same time next week for episode 27, maybe. We're gonna have to think about that. And if you have any episodes for episode 27, what you might want to see, let us know.
Please.
We're a podcast of the people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we will see y'all in the future.